come on. I had to get up and... It's way too bright. No! I had to get up and get my camera and change the battery out just to tell you the story. Just came back from the Astral realm. I was doing a lot over there. Like a lot. I've been around this morning. Geez, everything's really weird right now. I might say the wrong things a few times. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm just a little bit scatterbrained. But a couple of subscribers who've been watching my YouTube channel for a while, they've heard me mention as to how I was thinking about traveling to the bottom of the ocean. And so I'm around in the astral plane, right, and I've been really taking advantage of that space like a giant playground. And I walk through the mirrors, and at one point I put my hand through a TV, and my finger shrank and I actually touched a lady inside the television. I touched her, and it was a news presenter. And then I looked at myself in the mirror, and as always, the corneas of my eyes, the brown bit, they're silver, and I think to myself, I'm going to play around here. I'm going to make my hair really long. So I made my hair long and nice and curly, and then I made my hair on my face grow a little bit more. And at one point during all these little mini travels, they were like little adventures because I kept going to other places. And when that happens, it's like I don't completely lose consciousness, but I kind of fade out a little bit. Then I show up somewhere else. So to make sure that I was actually in the astral plane at one point, because everything was so real, I really couldn't tell. I had to do this. I had to take my hand and put it in front of my face and make my nails grow longer, just so that I knew that I was still out of body. And then I made them go back to normal when I smiled and I continued with my adventure. And so that adventure, it didn't work. I completely flaked out. I bailed. I tried to get to the bottom of the ocean, and it got a little bit too much. I'm laying on my bed with this one right now, but in the astral plane, I was at my mum's house in my old bed, and I'm laying there after doing the thing, the reality check with my fingers, and I sink into the bed, you know, like really sink into it, and the covers come up like this. It was actually this cover, which was weird. Like, this cover was on my bed in my mum's house this time around. And I sink, I'm thinking, okay, this is kind of nice, it's kind of comfortable. When it comes up and over my head, and I find myself, instead of being encapsulated by this, I'm kind of wrapped up in a floater. Do you call it a floater? Or a lifeboat? Lifeboat's more specific, you know? I tried making a video for Instagram, like straight away, and I called it a rubber dinghy. But a rubber dinghy is the circle, right? But this one, it was like as if someone took the air out of a lifeboat, and then you were sinking, and it just went up and around your head, and you couldn't see anything, but you knew you was in water because the temperature changed and everything's getting tight to your face because there's no oxygen in there. I don't panic though, not yet. That's for later. I think to myself, I'm okay here. I can just phase through the lifeboat, and I do. I phase through it, and then it's just me in the water. And at first I'm thinking, okay, this isn't the ocean, but I'm sure I can get to the ocean. It's like a murky green. I couldn't see anything, and that was kind of freaky. But I knew things were around me, and I couldn't see the floor, and it was getting dark, and I freaked out. And so the way I bailed was I wanted to get out of there straight away. I didn't want to keep going, and I for instance, I tried to coach myself. Like, from the moment that I started sinking through my bed, I tried to coach myself. But I was so I think to myself, okay, I want to get back home, you know. And so I look down, and all of a sudden I can see a patioed floor. It's like checkers, but not black and white. It's all orange, like orange squares, quite big. And I'm thinking, okay, why is there orange squares on the bottom of this floor? And how have I gotten to the bottom already? I find myself standing on the floor, only all of the water then shrinks to surround me, and I'm in a bubble of water, and then the bubble pops. As it pops, I'm just standing there on the floor again, but the floor is no longer the orange squares that you would probably see in a public bathroom. Instead, it's a runway for an aircraft, like airplanes. And I'm thinking, okay, this is pretty cool. And I can see people boarding planes, and I'm literally out there on the runway in my swimming shorts. And I think to myself, okay, I need to change. So I just do this weird wipe thing, and I'm in clothes. And I'm walking around just thinking, crap, next time around I'm going to have to really commit, because now I'm curious. Going through my mind. What else happened? I went to see someone I haven't seen in a long time, since high school. And I thought to myself, this is weird. I'm like floating towards a city, and I'm thinking I'm going into the city, but I don't. I go off to the countryside bit, and I find her working at a nursing home. I'm like, oh, okay then. And then I leave. And then I start stalking some other high school friends. But I realized that that's probably not even them. In my last video, I talked about how everyone's got their own astral self, a version of them that exists in the astral dimension, the astral plane. I'm also working on remaking my astral projection course. I shot it yesterday, and after looking at it earlier on today, because I was up since 2 o'clock in the morning editing it, and today I'm going to do some more shots to include within the course. So if you've got the astral projection course already, that's been available on my website for a while now, ryancropper.com. Don't worry about it. You don't have to pay for this new one at all. You just go to it once you get the update. I'm going to tell everyone that it's been updated, and then you can check out the new videos. Peace. The nails on my fingertips, they grew. I was like, okay, I'm back here again. Yeah. What time is it? 9:38. Gee. Oh, so when it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it was actually in the astral realm. No, really? Yeah. Either that or I've gone back in time. I'm betting I've gone back in time. There's no way that wasn't reality. It's 1:39.